So this is about I guess a new law that's being passed in Louisiana, and like we'll get to. I think it's one of the easiest laws that would be easy to get around, but it just seems like so regressive and stupid. You now have to show your ID to watch porn in Louisiana. Louisiana residents looking to treat the funk of the morning after New Year's with a date with Mrs. Palm and her 5 daughters were in for a surprise. Instead of online smut, their browsers displayed a mind-boggling message. Trying to access porn sites in Louisiana now brings up a request to submit your ID for review. That's thanks to a new law that came into effect in the Pelican State on January 1st, 2023. House Bill number 142 now requires pornographic websites to verify their users' ages with a government-issued ID. According to the law, if 33.3% or more of a website's content consists of naughty materials, it shall be held liable if the entity fails to perform reasonable age verification methods to verify the age of individuals attempting to access the material. If they don't, the legislation states that individuals can sue the website for damages resulting from a minor's accessing of the material. So the state of Louisiana won't be shutting the sites down, but they may set themselves up for lawsuits. You might be somewhat hesitant to link your official ID to your favorite porn site account. It's okay though, the law prohibits any parties performing the age verification from retaining any identification information. Sure. The goal of the law, as you may have guessed, is to protect underage children from being exposed to what it calls material harmful to minors. The text, however, makes it very clear that the law is aimed primarily at pornography. Pornography is creating a public health crisis and having a corroding influence on minors. Pornography contributes to the hypersexualization of teens and prepubescent children and may lead to low self-esteem, body image disorders, and an increase in problematic sexual activity at younger ages, and increased desire among adolescents to engage in risky sexual behavior. The text continues to state that porn may also impact brain development and functioning and lead to deviant sexual arousal, among other maladies. The mastermind of the law is Representative Lori Schlegel. She seems sees the mostly unrestricted access to online porn as a serious risk. Quote, online pornography is extreme and graphic and only one click away from our children. This is not your daddy's Playboy, Representative Schlegel wrote on Twitter. And if pornography companies refuse to be responsible, then we must hold them accountable. This law is the first step. This article goes on a lot longer, but wouldn't a VPN easily let you go around this law?
Yeah, that's usually how people get around, yeah. If that passed, like, this is the very same day, like, VPN usage is up 95%.
Oh, I guarantee VPN sales skyrocketed in Louisiana.
You think that's why they passed it? Maybe like VPN companies were like, hey, we need more customers.
That's true. You know they would lobby for these kind of laws. I mean, I would do that before I would give my ID.
Because I used to see VPN commercials. I still see them for every, like, all the time.
Yeah.
And
like,
I'm
you
like,
can get free ones now. It's not, I mean, it's nothing.
they're cheap anyway. Even the ones that aren't free.
Subscription,
yeah. Yeah, they're like $2.99 a month or something.
Yeah, they're not much.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. They're something about it, like, and they're like, oh, you don't have to worry. Like, at the same time, like, would you be comfortable like putting your government ID into a system like that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust them. And I'm not even like a big like conspiracy theorist, but like,
the NSA already has you on like porn watch list.
Probably.
Yeah, let me just identify myself to this porn company real quick.
Where were you on April 31st? Liar.
We know you were watching like Ass Blasters Volume 9.
Come on.
Although maybe like that would stop you from being wrongly like convicted of another crime. Like, you know, I was here watching this.
Exonerate me.
But yeah, I mean, I get them like wanting to try to like stop kids from watching porn, but I don't think that's going to work anyway. Actually, kids are probably smart enough to install a free VPN or something on their own.
Well, I mean, if you look at school and like every kid has a smartphone, it's like your kid's gonna know somebody.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like, even if you're strict about like, monitoring your kids and stuff, they know somebody.
Yeah, there's somebody.
And it's one of those things that's going to happen,
Yeah, there's always a cousin. Like in school, there was always like, oh, my big cousin showed me this.
Right.
There's always somebody. Yeah.
There's a kid with like one of those like terabyte hard drives. Hey guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
30 cents a view.
There are some kids who are in the thick of it, and you're like, you shouldn't be living that life.
Right. Like, this kid has seen too much for his young eyes.
Yeah.
Man, I was listening to this podcast like a while ago, and I forget who the guest was. Probably some sort of comedian or something. But he said when he was like a teenager, like him and his friends, like one of his friends had like some pornography. So like they all like basically like jerked off in the same room. Like he said they like put blankets over themselves, but they like all knew they were like jerking off, and they just kind of, he said, would like try to like block out, ignore like all the jerking off like going on right by them. I'm like, even when I was a teenager and like I would have been like curious about like porn and stuff, no way would I have done that. No way.
Who's up for a group jerk?
Actually, when I was in boot camp, I was like 17. There was this, so we were all in this like one big barracks, right? And there's two sides of it. There's probably about 24 people on each side of the barracks. And we're all in bed. It's time to go to sleep. And the drill instructor, he's like walking around, just, like doing his rounds, And like he sees one kid and he goes, "Quit jerking off, boy." And the guy goes, "Sir, yes, sir." "Sir, I sir," or something.
It's like, I gotta go do my rounds and make sure no one's jerking off. You jerking off, boy?
Those guys hate their job too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them might love it.
Like, you have to be a grade A piece of shit to love it, and I'm sure some of them do.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of pieces of shit out there. But at the same time, you deal with some shit and hours that are just awful.
Yeah.
Like, you're living a life to make you angry, to just take it out on other people.
He like sneaks back in at like 3 a.m. with like night vision goggles, and he finds some poor
Nobody
bastard. He's
better
like,
be jerking.
"You jerking up?" Wakes everybody up.
You're all gonna do push-ups for jerk off Magoo over here.
Let's get that jerk off hand nice and tight.
Push-ups again, Billy. This is on you again. Well, if you guys enjoy stories of jerking off, we hope you had a good time on this inaugural 2023 edition of the Stand Up Guys podcast. In all seriousness, we do thank everybody who watched last year. We hope you continue this year. Make sure to recommend us to all your friends and family. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and on your podcast service of choice. Leave us fun comments, thumbs up, all that good stuff everybody on every podcast ever talks about. And why not, while it's still a thing, come over and visit us on Twitter. Guys, where can people find you on the Twitter?
At a name for this too, and that's the number 2.
At unsolicited SUG.
And you can, of course, find me at Zach Jones Live. That's ZachJonesLive. And that is going to do it for all of our shenanigans and poppycock today. Please tune in again next week. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Have a good one.